Ilocos Norte 2nd District Representative Angelo Marcos Barba, Ilocos Norte Vice Governor Cecilia Araneta Marcos, Ilocos Norte 1st District Representative. Up to now, I will tell you the truth, hindi ko masanay-sanay na binabati ko yung anak ko na pero talagang kailangan ng batiin dahil congressman na eh. So, 1st District Representative Congressman Sandro Marcos, the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, General Romeo Browner Jr., the officials and employees and residents of Batak, led by Mayor Alfred Chua. And of course, my greetings would not be complete without greeting our First Lady, First Lady Lisa Araneta Marcos. All of the officials who have come here, the mayors who have joined us, the barangay chairman na napakalakas ang palakpak kanina sa suggestion ni Senator Amy, at pag-usapan natin ng mabuti yan. We are also visited by our friends from Isabela and from Cagayan, and we welcome them once again to Ilocos Norte. Na imbag nga bigat yu amin. Kadagiti padak ken ay etek nga Ilocano na imbag nga bigat kada kayo amin. I always look forward to coming to Ilocos Norte, not only because it is really our home, but also in this special occasion when we commemorate the Marcos Day, which is the day of my father's birthday. And as we have seen, it is his 107th birthday. So it is inevitable when we celebrate his life and we look back and we I try to find and try to think, what was it about my father? Ano ba talaga? What was his very important quality that brought him to the greatest heights of political office in the Philippines, but even more importantly, to have allowed him that guided him, so that he could serve the people properly. And I am always reminded of what was engraved in the mausoleum when my father was still buried here. And those of you that have been to the mausoleum will remember that it was one single word, Filipino. And that is the essence of my father. And when I look back, and now that I am in this high office, and many forces are impacting upon you, and a decision has to be made. And the guidance that I get, once again, is I always ask myself, what would my father do? What would be his advice? And I remember the mausoleum, and I remember that it says Filipino. And that is the essence of the man. He was a Filipino. He was an Ilocano first, but his whole life was dedicated to the Filipino. His whole life was dedicated to the Philippines. During his first foray into public service after his university and his law school was as a soldier during the war, where he was willing to make the ultimate sacrifice to defend his country and his people. And we have seen and heard and read about the heroic deeds that are only now being realized by many of us. I will recount to you an experience that I had recently when I was in the United States. And I was hosted by the director of the Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA. At ang request ko sa kanila, can I see some of the records about my father where he was working with